So I want to continue talking about the progressed sun today. Progressed sun 1, we looked at the first four signs, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and how they become the next sign. Because progressions work a degree a year. Your progressed sun, if you're 20 years old, your progressed sun is 20 degrees on from where it was when you were born. And there's a good chance that's in a different sign. So the first time that happens, well, adjacent signs don't understand each other. That's the point. We get given this puzzle. Maybe at a young age, if we're born late in a sign. Maybe when we're a bit older, if we're born early in a sign. Yeah. And then it happens another 30 years after that. I'm about to have my third one. It's about to go into Taurus, and I'm an Aquarius. So that's going to be interesting. But I'm used to unfamiliar places now, because Aquarius and Taurus, you know, one's air and the other's earth. They don't understand each other very well. At least they're the same cardinality. They're both fixed. But that's going to be interesting. So it's the principle of one sign becoming another. And how do they do that when they don't speak to each other? That's what I'm talking about. And so now we come on to Leo and Virgo. You're born as a Leo, and then you have this journey through Virgo at some point in your life, 30 years of Virgo. How do you do that? They're such different signs. One is fixed and fiery. The other is mutable and flowing and earthy, flowing earth. That's more like molten lava, isn't it? Except Virgo's a bit cold. But maybe there's a clue, because Leo is hot, Leo is fire. So it meets the earth. What happens when fire meets earth? You get molten lava spewing up from the depths. In a way, the creative becoming concrete, a bit like Aries going into Taurus. We've been here before. How does fire become earth? But with different cardinal combinations. This is fixed to mutable, and the previous one was cardinal to fixed. Forget all of that. That's just making it complicated. Leo to Virgo. The principle here is that Leo learns to serve. Virgo likes to serve. Leo enjoys being itself. But that's Leo's gift to others. Yeah. It's okay just to be yourself. You don't have to be looking over your shoulder as to who you should be. Yeah. For once. Yeah, because we're always doing that. What are the rules? How do I need to behave so people will like me and not disapprove? We all do that, even though we won't admit to it. But Leo's better at just being itself, and we learn that from Leo. But it can be self-consumed. So Leo learns to be generous, learns to give to others, learns to put itself at the service of others, to prioritize that instead of itself. So that is the great lesson of Leo going to Virgo, or one of them. That's the one that comes to mind. Okay, Virgo to Libra. Blimey, I'm going to think on my feet here because I haven't thought this through. I'm just doing it on the hoof, which in some ways is the best way to do these things. But you need a bit of trust, a bit of confidence, and a bit of willingness to get it wrong. Virgo to Libra. Well, Virgo likes to be of service, but it's not particularly personal. It's service to a cause. Yeah. So it can be service to a person, but it's not. It's more that person as an ideal, what they stand for. Yeah. Virgo is almost religious. It's kind of got a goddess of purity at the center of it. This is the great thing about Virgo, is it values the inner. Purity isn't the absence of something. Purity is the inner joy that you get when you stop giving in to desires all the time. Just allow that inner life to flow, those archetypes to open up. So that's what Virgo's good at. That's why it's a sign of purity, the sign of the nun. Yeah. But then it becomes Libra. So it needs to move. I'm getting it now. Yeah. It needs to move from that inner purity and renunciation. Yeah. Which, as I say, is full of joy. It's not an absence, but it needs to move outwards into engaging with others. It needs to come into relationship. That's the lesson for Virgo moving to Libra. Coming into relationship. Realizing that the other has just as strong a sense of his or her own existence as you do. In a way, this is you can see the journey from Leo there as well, because for a Leo, it's your own existence which is stronger than anyone else's existence. And Libra, 2 signs on, you're learning to value that as much as your own. Empathy, putting others first, seeing it from their point of view. It's not just Virgo learning to become something different. It's an unfoldment. I think that's a better way to see these moving from one side to the next. It's an unfoldment. So you bring that Virgo purity, that inner joy into your relationships. And then Libra becomes Scorpio. That's difficult because you see, Libra likes to look at things from others' point of view. It likes to think well. That's its gift. That's why you have good diplomatic abilities. But you can be naive. As I put it, you give others the benefit of the doubt when there is no doubt. Yeah, they really are up to something. Yeah, you're not the nice one. You're not being the open one by saying, oh, give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, and judging others for not doing so. Yeah, as Librans infuriatingly do. It's like, no, you're being naive. So you need to be able to look at the darkness in people. The darkness has been summed up as dark tetrad: psychopathy, Machiavellianism, narcissism, and sadism. Modern research, a pretty tetrad indeed. Yeah, but Scorpio's willing to look at that. Scorpio isn't the bad guy. Scorpio is just looking at its wholeness and says, yes, there's all that as well. So that's what you learn as a Libra, is to look at that side in people, and therefore to look fully, but also to pay attention to your genuine emotional responses rather than your ideals of how you like to think of people. That's the trouble with Libra. You think about people as you want to think about them, and actually you need to see them as they are. That's what Scorpio does. Scorpio then moves to Sagittarius. It's time to come back to the light. And it's also time to spread your inner knowing, because what you acquire as a Scorpio is a lot of inner knowledge, because you're not dividing your psyche into good and bad. You're not truncating it, which is normal human existence. Yeah, we can only handle so much reality, so much consciousness, whereas Scorpio is happy with the whole lot, the good and the bad. And that gives you wisdom, it gives you knowledge of wholeness, and it gives you truthfulness. It gives you truthfulness and emotional truthfulness. And you then bring that to the world. You spread it. Sagittarius is the teacher. And Sagittarius is also truthful. So you bring that capacity for truth, how things actually work, how the psyche actually works once you stop truncating it. You spread that joyfully, generously, because you have your own riches by being in that, you've been willing to be with your demons for so long, yeah, which is impressive. And there's rewards. You give them away. Sagittarius. Sagittarius then becomes Capricorn. What do I say there? Well, the thing about Sagittarians, if they haven't done the Scorpio journey properly, is they're very identified with their ideals, with being religious, with being spiritual. What they need to do is incarnate it, make it real, bring it into the world. Don't tell me about your visions unless they grow corn. That's a Native American saying, and that applies to Sagittarius. Grow corn, actually do something. Don't just talk about your ideals and identify with them as a way of avoiding yourself and avoiding life. There you go. Capricorn to Aquarius, having to move fast here. That's, in a way, I've talked about this before. You've learned the rules, you've mastered the rules. Now take a risk, reinvent. Capricorn wants the world's recognition. Will be willing for other people to think you're a bit crazy, yeah, because you've reinvented the rules. But that's your responsibility. The world needs you to do that. And then Aquarius to Pisces. Listen, open. Don't be so attached to your own ideas. Let the universe flow through you.